Wait one second, making sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Random Games Random Days. In today's episode I couldn't speak there. We're playing a special game, a sequel of a game that we played over a year ago. Quinta 6 City Quest. Now, it's been a long time since we actually played that game. How many? It's been a year and a bit since we last played Sel Quinta 6 City Quest. Do apologise. It is currently boiling now, and it's currently like 6 AM at the time that I'm recording this. Forgot where I placed my water bottle. There we go. So I'm going to take a drink of water before I get into today's episode. So, a few days ago, how many days ago now? 22nd of June, yes, it was the 22nd of June that I got an email from the developer of the first game, Sel Quinta 6 City Quest. And it's also been so long since we played that game. I really did enjoy that game. I always planned to return back to it, but I had so many different other projects, and I actually planned, I think it was January that I planned to play the game, but then I got stuck with some other projects that I wanted to do, so I never got to play it back in January. And it's just been sitting installed for many long year. Let's see. Many months it's been sitting there installed. But I might as well talk about the email that they sent. So, hey, and then it's the person's name from BWI Games here. I don't know if you remember at this point, but way back around a year or so ago, you covered our second game release, Sel Quinta, the 6 City Quest. I think it called... yeah. Wait. I know it's that City Quest and now, like... Sorry, this thing's very weird. Yeah. For some reason the 6 City Quest thing is like put down to the third line instead of being at the second start line. No, wait. Oh, sorry. This is making me dizzy, I tell you. I don't know why, but I took a picture of the email at an angle. For some reason, it's making me think, oh, that's not in the right place. No, it is in the right place. It's because I'm already on the second line, so it is in the third. Our second game release, Sel Quinta 6 City Quest. Well, the sequel actually comes out at this... It's come out now. At this point, and I wanted to thank you for the review way back when. So I attached not City Quest. I attached a review code for its follow-up, Sel Mounta-Siege, the Demon Castle. Sorry, and that's what we're playing right now. It's Sel Mounta-Siege, the Demon Castle. If you want to cover it on your channel, feel free to. Otherwise, consider it a free gift. That is what they said. Thanks again, and then the person's name, BWI Games. And I actually quite look forward to actually playing this game now. I never actually knew the second game was coming out. I actually saw it get recommended to me when I was on Steam. And I'd played the first game, so I wishlisted it, and then I looked in my emails just a little bit after that, and I saw the code for it. And, you know, the coincidences for that to all line up, I tell you. But we might as well jump right into it. I've not finished the first game, but I will pick up the pieces as we go along. Press enter in additional text window. Additional. Do note that some of the effects used in this game are rather flashy. If you suffer from photosensitive epilepsy, it might be worth keeping this in mind. It's been almost a year. No, 2 years. You know what? Like, when it's been almost a year, it kind of reminded me of it's almost been 2 years as well for the last time that we played the game. Sorry, I'm just hydrating due to how hot it is now. Surely by now, it must be nearly be. That light, it's... Aha. Finally. They're finally back. Greeting, player. Before we start, it has been some time, has it not? As strange as it sounds, it is good to see you again. Although it's fully possible you don't know who I am, even if we've met before, it has been quite some time since our last meeting. So, if you'd forgotten, either way, I am King of Seltor. To your party, I am a villain of great renown, responsible for many of their hardships to you. Well, that is somewhat more complicated. It might once again be some time before we meet once again. So I felt I should make a brief check, and before your adventure begins, I look forward to it. Oh, and good luck. Everyone, what happened? Where am I? You were hurt pretty bad, but I've just about managed to patch you up, I think. It's been half an hour. How much do you remember? That half an hour's taken me like, a year and, not finishing the first game. But we'll piece it all together, I tell you. So do not worry if I do not know the full story of the game. Summary of the first game? You know what, I'll just go with a summary of the first game. I think I remember some of it, but it's a bit fuzzy. Well, since you're only just awake from those energies, I think we best not move anywhere yet. Anyway, so I suppose there's some time to go over it all. I'll have to tell you, it's from my perspective, I suppose, since that's what I know. But others can fill me in, I guess. So I, Samson, came to an old mansion thanks to a request for adventure. It's just got to tell me all about it. Adventures put out by request for adventures put out by the king. That's where I met the rest of the group. You, Caitlin, our thief. Vagel. Is it Vagel? It's again like bagel. Vagel. Our mage, who still had her mask back then. Aurelia, our resident demon and healer. So I guess, Bagel has now lost her mask due to, plot development. But don't worry, we'll just all piece it together as we go along, and then we'll head back and play the first game. I promise you that. We will be returning back to go play the first game. That is something that I'm looking forward to. Really, our resident demon and healer. Hetty, our warrior and herald of the king. Not to mention party leader. And lastly, Lysendorf, our monk, Lysendorf. I'll just call him Lie, or Lies. I don't know how to pronounce their name. I tell you, some names that I used to be able to say, I cannot say no more. Lysendorf. Dorf. I'll just go with Dorf. Lysendorf. The king wanted our help of dealing with the nation Seltor, who are building a navy of gigantic proportions, seemingly with the goal of invading all 4 continents. The reward was a staggering amount of platinum. At first it was pretty fun. We travelled the rainy hills, that's as far as I think I got. Saved a water element down in the mines. That's what we needed to do. And you know what? I'm not gonna spoil myself. So I'm healed. Well, I'm not sure. I did what I could. But healing is sort of new to me. Do you feel okay? It hurts pretty bad, but it's fading a bit. Feels like I've got something permanently stuck in one of my eyes, too. I'm sorry I couldn't help you, but no matter what I try, my healing magic just isn't working anymore. I know the words and gestures, but they just, well, don't do anything. Hey, no need to beat yourself up over it. It's not your fault. Indeed, it's Lysendorf and that king's fault. But I guess Lysendorf, it's Lysendorf here. Yeah, pretty sure Lysendorf's here. As that Lysendorf's not here. And King's fault, but I still can't for the life of me fathom what exactly he did to us. Was it something that affected our minds, or did he literally steal the skill from us? Stealing skills, that's... You know what? It kind of reminds me of stealing Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum from the, Dark Pokemon. Oh, that's a long time ago. But the steal skill is a very cool skill, I would definitely say. If that's what it was, it'd explain why Lysendorf turned. I knew it. He was got turned. They were talking about it before, and then, But why the monk? I guess we'll have to piece that together in the future. If he had gotten into his head, what? If he had gotten into his head, if that's what it was, it'd explain why Lysendorf turned. If he'd gotten into his head, but it doesn't seem like he was trying to fight it or anything, and they didn't try to use it on us. If it was a spell, it surely feels like he really did just betray us. He'll pay for that betrayal, mark my words. I'm not about to just forget something like that. Are you holding up okay without your mask? I saw it get smashed in the last fight, and we didn't exactly get to grab the pieces. I know it meant a lot to you. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I wish I had it with me right about now. Just as I was starting to think I no longer needed it. You had a hard time of things. Wait. You've had a hard time of things, too, it seems. We all knew you put a lot of store by your king's word. As do we. And yet he put you through exactly what we were, and then abandoned you on top of that. Okay, let me try and re-say this. You've had a hard time of things too, it seems. We all knew you put a lot of store by your king's words, as do we. And yet he put you through exactly what we were, and then abandoned you on top of all of that. Also, I guess this is a new person that we have in the party. I'll piece it together later on, don't worry. I don't get it. Boss would never just leave me. He always promised. He always promised he wouldn't let me be alone again. Well, he may have kept that promise in a sense, even if he didn't intend to, huh? We're with you. You'd traveled with us before, and never showed any sign of causing us harm. Samson has already vouched for you. If it's been alone you fear, then come with us. You'd let me? Not at no cost. I would like you to explain all you know about your master's plan, but that's all I'll ask of you. Okay, but I don't know all that much. He always said that he was doing what he does to make a world that would go on forever. It what? He always used to say our world has a limited lifespan. Yeah, all life and planets have a limited lifespan, and then they crash into another thing and then begin again. It was only ever planned for 5 centuries. One day, it will simply halt. The last one behind the glass will stop coming back, and our world shall vanish into nothing. But I don't really know what he actually meant by that. Wait, the one behind the glass. I know that name. That weird monster mentioned him. How did he plan to achieve his goal? He never told me all of it, but he said that he had to make sure you had a way through. That it was never easy, but never impossible. And to do that, he had to get to the workings of the world. And that sounds familiar too. I think he said it just before he did. Whatever it was that sapped away our strength. So that's how we get set back to square one for this game. We're back to, square one to get our strength all the way back up. I find that quite, funny sometimes. I hate it when they do it to like stealth missions though. I really hate it when they do that to stealth missions. You ever get that when you play games? They, take away all your skills, but then they just throw you right into like the most horrible, not well made, but not very well made stealth missions. I really hate those kind of stealth missions. There's some of them that just do not work and you have to cheese your way through. Can't remember what they were called back then. Well, can't remember what they were called, but if I remember, I'll tell yous. I'm afraid that's all I know about what his plan was. Is that enough? That's perfectly fine. It's a lot more knowledge than we had at any rate. But I must ask, if you come with us, you'll probably have to fight your old master. Are you going to be able to do that? I don't know. I don't want to have to fight him. But I don't want you all to be hurt either. Alright, even if you're not sure, you'll have time to work that out. Just be prepared for the fact it may happen sometime soon. So, welcome, Rennie, to our little team. Now we'd better take stock of our situation and quickly vault our gear. And with the low temperatures around here, we will be at the risk of exposure if we're out too long. Put simply, we're in a bad state. Our gear has faded away and vanished, as has our gold, and our potions have been rendered. It's a bit fly, I tell you. Rendered worthless. We might as well chuck them away at this point. Additionally, it seems that somehow our very knowledge of how we used to fight is, well, gone. Samson seemed to have inherent knowledge of what had changed, so I suppose we'll just have to work out that part as we go along. In other words, we're lost and back to nearly square one. We should probably try and work out where we are then, right? Agreed. I see a hill to the north. Let's head out that way and see what we can find. Take care, everyone. There could be any number of creatures on the way, and who knows how well we'll hold up in our current state. Then let's go. Caitlin, you can lean on me. Stupid fly, I tell you. It's annoying me. If I see it again, you might hear a clap. You can lean on me if you need to. We'll take it steady as we can until you're feeling a bit better. Thanks, here we go. Caitlin stands up, lifting herself up with Rayla's help. She looks a little unsteady, but seems to have strength to move. Wisps will mark most interactions, with black and white wisps marking places you can go. There's one to the north, where when you're ready to move on, you can also interact with doors, levers, buttons, and signs. Lastly, to access menu to save, access items, etc., Press escape. And that's how we get our stuff again. Pretty good. And I'll definitely save right now. Could not save. Well, that does not matter. There we go. It's not really been that long, it's only been like a few seconds since the last save. I just wanted to see if there was anything around here. You know, when you have your followers, you know, behind you, it kind of reminds me of when you have Pokemon behind you in like certain Pokemon games. You know what I mean? You know what, this place seems familiar. Can't remember what it is. Looks like a bit of a climb, but I'm sure we're up to it. Someone's left a tent behind by the looks of things. I suppose we could use it as we we could use it if we needed to rest up. I think that's supposed to be if we need, like if we need to, you know, needed to rest up, not it we needed to rest up. I think that's the problem there. We could use it if we needed to rest up. Yeah, I think that's where the problem is at, but there's some, you know, stuff, you know, wrong with certain, you know, dialogue stuff, but you know what, it does not really matter. Ooh, looks like it. Formula X024 was on. Hey, look at this. Looks like someone tried to stash away a potion, a revival potion. Much as I don't want to take from someone's supply, something like this could be very useful. Sorry, I could not figure out where I was in the conversation. We'll take it. Hopefully, whoever put it here never needs it. Nah, interact with that now. Oh yeah, I forgot that you could just tap around. They apparently took a quick rest, and okay, that's pretty good. Just wanted to check and see if there's something there. Looks like there's nothing over here. But then there does look like there's a path behind here now. Okay, well, let's continue on. It's always good to be back in this game, I tell you. Blue wisp like this, mark one mark like this one. I think, yeah, that should be working properly. Blue wisp like this one marks something you can enter. I think it's supposed to be marks, not mark. Well, I guess mark does work. Yeah, mark does work. Sorry, when, you know, it goes like this, I feel like there should be, like, you know, one of the bits underneath. But then I think that's just me, because sometimes I do that when I'm writing. Blue wisps like this one mark something you can interact with, or sometimes optional dialogue. Do note, chronologically, all conversations happened at the time they were first available. So if you come back later, small things may be out of order. Are you holding up alright, my dear? You look very pale. Just a little. Well, sore. I know I've been healed well between what you and Samson managed, but my stomach still hurts, and my left eye still feels kinda gritty. Yeah, it does look like something's happened with their eye. Maybe it's like, you know, Sauron kind of stuff, you know, with the like balls that could see from the other side and see your location. Maybe it's like that. But for the stomach, you know what? I feel like there's been, you know, some internal damage or something like that. Bruising. Needs to be, you know, healed. We can stop if you need to rest. If you have to rest. Sometimes I just read, you know, what I feel like, you know, would be there by accident. We'll freeze if we wait too long for me to get better. I think I'll just have to push through it. You know, we could just stay in the tent if we wanted to. If you're sure. But don't overstress yourself if you can avoid it. Green wisps like this represent enemy encounters. The brighter the glow, the fiercer the foe. Looks like the combat is going to be a little different this time around. You're not wrong. Want me to quickly explain the basics, player? Yeah, what am I doing? Right. The most basic part of combat is your attack option. That'll make you launch attacks with whatever weapon you got. Okay. Basic part of combat is your attack. That'll make you do. Okay. You've got equipped, or in this case, our case, since we don't have any, our bare hands. It won't tend to do I think there should be but our bare hands. It won't be, well, it won't tend to do massive damage, but it should be enough there for now. There we go. Finally fixing my conversation. I tell you, I can't speak properly sometimes, and it's very annoying. You'll know who's about to, and also what day is it today? It's the 25th. I did plan to actually play this yesterday, but I was just so exhausted yesterday, so I was unable to make any videos. Okay. So that's out of the way. That's why it took me like, 2 days to play this game after installing it. You'll know who's about to make a move when their bar above their head fills up. So these two will make attack on us. Depending on your agility and your opponent's agility, it might fill faster for some than others. Oh, and if your HP hits 0, you'll be knocked out. Don't let that happen. If you can avoid it, once you're down, you won't be able to heal until you're no longer KO'd. That'll have to do for now. Ah. So I take this as a HP bar. So we're currently Relia, I'm pretty sure. Are we Relia? Yeah, we are Relia. Sorry, the darker hair instead of the picture that I'm used to confused me there for a second. You know what? It's much more different than the last game, I'm pretty sure. L? So I think that's light mobility? Well, large. I guess L is like, I'm trying to figure out this combat system. Now I could attack with normal, or I could go L attack. Ah, that's where this is now. Okay, I'm not used to the combat systems of certain RPG games, so you have to backstep. So if I don't want to attack, I just go backstep. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then defense, attacks are deflect. That is actually very useful. And I think we're probably going to go... A devastating forward charge that debuffs the foe. Defense for 3 turns. That would... I guess, we can't actually use that yet. Yeah. Because all of our abilities are gone, right? Well, it does help us in the future, I tell you. Ah, that's not looking too good. Okay, it's not our health, it's our... Ah, yes, it's our point damage. When I mean point damage, when we can actually, attack kind of stuff. TP. Time... I don't know what it's called again. But TP is when you have enough... Let me just help you for a second. So, when you go right here, you can see that you need 100 TP. That means I have to use normal attack to get the TP up to a certain bit so I could actually attack. So normal attack is how you charge your TP if you're not, you know what I mean now, don't you? I think we'll focus on that one there. And then that, I think we'll focus on that one. And I'll definitely focus on that one. I guess we don't have any on... Who's this again? Who are we on now? You know what? I wish you would tell me what one I'm on. But I've been there. That would be Vagel, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, this is Caitlin, I'm pretty sure. As I'm looking at the eye colours. Eye colours are the thing that's helping me the most. It's eye colour, yes, it's definitely Caitlin. Okay, I guess we'll just attack a, more, attack-wise one. And I guess we'll just go and hit the big, bad wolf over here. Yep. Okay. I like the charge-up attack thing, for who's got attack. Though I don't know how fast it's going to actually charge up. I think that's the only problem that I have. Like the last time I actually played combat stuff like this, the combat system like this was probably... I really don't know. It's been quite a long time though. Now we're back to Caitlin. And I guess we'll just beat it with our bare fists. Poison dart. Poison it. For how long I do not know. No, it's going to bite and bang. Yeah, that is Vagel there. Oh, that was a weird effect there. Cool, but weird at the same time. Oh, it's a bleed effect. That's actually very cool. I don't really see that many. Don't see that often. Small health potion. We got 50 gold. That's actually very useful. Well, it feels like my strength is definitely down, but at least it seems the monsters around here aren't too strong either. Still, I'm not sure what my new powers really are. And Rene's power was, I thought I was making the spells fire towards, but they just sort of shot off all around the place. All over the place. Yeah, yes. Well, I'd rather have the bad aim than whatever it was that happened to me. It felt like I was being compelled to run up and strike the foe. All of our abilities have been like swapped around, I think. I know the feeling. Kept trying to intercept blows. It was like all my old reflexes have been redirected or something. We'll have to. You know what? I've not played reading games in a long time, so my speaking is not the best these days. We'll have to really focus in the future battles and see if we can't work out exactly what's going on. Do note, if party members have their HP reduced to 0, they'll be knocked out. This will recover automatically after a fight, but they'll only come back with 1 HP, so it's probably worth healing them up if you can. There we go. I guess I'll probably head this way. I like how battles aren't, you don't really get random battles now. I really like that. I don't know why. But the last game, it was quite hard to move anywhere about, getting 20 battles. It reminds me of the old Final Fantasy, if you know what I mean. Does Final Fantasy still do that? I can't remember. It's been years. The last Final Fantasy I played was Final Fantasy Online, or a GBA game of the one with Cloud in it. 7, I think. Well, let's go into battle. Oh, that's a big white wolf. Right, player. Want me to quickly explain a bit more on combat? And how specifically... You know what, I'll pass this time. You'll work it out yourself, eh? Well, steer me right and I won't complain. Be complaining. Okay, let's see. So who are we? Rene. Unleash use a black pair of dark magic bolts, but they aren't exactly well aimed. You know what? I'll probably take that over the other ones. Holy moly! That is crazy. That really is crazy. Well, I guess I'll just punch that wolf, I was about to say. Rainy's really getting beat up. Because Rainy did that attack, you know, they're all really attacking. I'll use that ability on that. At least it's stunned for now. I should have done that when it was charged up a bit more, right? Okay, who are we? Vehicle. Okay. So I guess I'll just take that one out. Cures all poison, patch up. I guess we are really the healer, but you know what? Let's hop in there. It's only 4 rounds more for that. Charge would be good, but you know what? Still trying to get used to the battle system, I tell you. I'm not used to battle systems like this. But, you know, the more that we play, we'll get better at it, I tell you. I think I'm just having more fun just punching the wolf. You know, Rennie's out here on 1 HP. I better, you know, like heal or something, you know. Fix him up or something. Okay, neutralize Qs. Save their life then now. Okay, Rennie's not dead. Luckily. Feels wrong to not be fighting up front with the others anymore. I know healing is really important to the others, but every instinct I have wants me to take the front lines. It is quite weird when, you know, your entire party gets swapped around with different, you know, stuff. You must learn how to use the certain new tactics that you have gained. You know what, I quite enjoy not having to, you know, do random battles. At least I can see what battle's up ahead. Holy moly, that's some jellyfish over there. Hey player, I think I've got my fighting style about figured out. Want me to explain that and guarding quickly? Nah. Okay, try not to get us killed. Immediately gets everyone killed. Well, deflect. Yes, that should work. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what would be the best choice. Definitely getting a Tundra Wolf that can sing you up quite fast would probably be the choice. I'll definitely poison dart some of the enemies behind. I didn't mean to do that one, I thought I was going with the other one there. I guess that works. Well, I think we'll just punch that one there. A defense erosion spell that debuffs the defense, magic defense, and max health of all, reducing their mana. Yeah, I'll go with that one. That would, you know, you know what? Did that also do us? I feel like that also did us. Yeah, I think it also did us, so I have to watch what I'm doing these days, I tell you. Hope that powers up their attack, and we're all still debuffed. Just punch. Poop. Just punch. Punch that wolf. Get that wolf out here. Not the laser. Oh, there's gotta be a laser there. No, it's just a charger. Charge and defense. That's going to be a problem. Just punch the wolf. Get it out of here. Oh, that was quite damaging. Well, it looks like that's what we're getting after the fight. That was unexpected. But I do think it's time to patch up. Let's see. Relia. Yes, patch up Relia. Let's see. Well, you're no longer an attacker, are you? Hetty's no longer an attacker. No. Let's off a bolt of error data not found. That does something to the bottom of the party shoes. Slip step. Slide around at high speeds, buffing agilities. 3 turns, 5 cooldown. I'll probably go with that one now. That was actually very useful. That was probably not what I should have done there. It's really hard to try and figure out who I'm currently using, but then also I forget, you know, oh wait, this person can't do that. Okay, so could use Sprill for Thruster, but you know what, nah. I am going to save it. Just attack. Normal attack does best. Took that long to patch up. Well, it doesn't, you know, mean that bad anyway. Well, you are still a good attacker. There we go. So, but I have 2 attackers, kind of a defense for Hay, I think. Rennie is like a heal kind of defense kind of thing. Magic Maid, something like that. Magic Maid. Mage. There we go. Can I get to that there? Mage, not maid. Mage. And then... Okay. So I guess I am supposed to run and block blows? Run and block blows. Can't say it feels good having to take hits. And I feel so slow compared to before. But at least so they're like a tank. But still needed to run. But at least I'm a lot tougher now. Or at least it feels like that. So they're kind of like a tank that can run. Block blows. So I guess they have like what he had? I'm going to actually have to leave to heal. I don't want to go into this very unprepared, I tell you. I really don't know what's up ahead. That's why I'm, you know, going back and forth healing. Don't know what's going up ahead, but you know, I better be ready. Guess we have something here to fight. Right, player, you want me to explain how... Is that literally just a mountain? It kinda looks like they're just taking a picture from the Arctic region back in like the 1920s and then added some eyes. It's like some kind of like worm caterpillar creature with like some big rocks coming. Good, I don't want to be held back. Let's crack that shell. Ah, so it's like a shell of this creature. Don't know why, but this kind of looks like a face. You stick some eyes up here, It kind of reminds me of like Yoshi's head or like a T-Rex skull head. And this is like, you know, the body bit. If you know what I mean. We'll see. I guess I might as well use some magic. Black Raid. That is really tough, that shell, I tell you. Okay. There we go. That was actually pretty good. Hetty, I don't really know much. But that's not too bad. Wait, it debuffed but also buffed something? I'm trying to think out what, you know, these... I'm trying to think of what Matt means. Just someone called Matt's just gained, you know, +2 buff. I should have went for something a bit more tougher there. Okay, we are Caitlin, so guard advance maybe? Raises the users. Yeah. Guard advance. There we go, that's pretty good. And do I need to patch up anyone? I'll poison dart now. Poison dart. And I guess I'll probably just attack. And then we'll probably need something a bit more better than that. Corrupt regen. And a regen on party for 5 turns. Inflicts HP, mana, and TP regen on party member for 5 turns, but it also inflicts all debuffs on them for 2 turns too. You know what, that corrupt regen is not bad. Also, I really like how it's kind of like, you know like in a Gmod when something doesn't have a texture, that with the pink blocks and the black blocks together. The checkered pattern, to be more exact. We'll see. You don't really see that much on modern games these days. A lot of old games have it. I would love to try it out, but then... You know what, never mind. We'll try it out another time. Black rays. Come on. There we go. That was pretty good. 150 gold for that. Oh, it feels so wrong, but I can't stop myself charging in still. I can't deny it feels good to crush the foe with my own hands. Sounds kinda strange. Red wisp like this one marks monster layers. These layers are filled with a unending tide of creatures, and interacting with one these layers will summon a random encounter. If you're looking for loot, to test builds, or just feel like a fight, and seek out these layers wherever they may hide. Layers will only summon creatures you could find in the area already, and what you get is random, so be prepared. You won't lose if your party goes down either, but you'll still be in a bad way after. That's actually very cool. I quite enjoy that. Oh, a lot of stuff here. It's been a while, my dear player. Would you like to... Fine. Now, how to explain? Well, I fight on a sort of a circle. Once I've used one of my techniques, I can only use the next type in the chain. So, at the start... So it's kind of like, you know... a chamber of different elemental. You know, like a revolver, you have different chambers. But it's like different moves. So I think it's like that. I can only use the next type in the chain. So at the start of the fight, I can pick any of them. Oh, that's actually very good. That cycle goes offensive moves, then ability moves, defense moves. I've only got one option for each at the moment. A damage and charge. Then agility, buff and backstep to allow me to quickly set up the next move, which would be my defensive stance, deflect. Do a charge to, then do during a cycle if you need me. But 4 enemies, that's a really tough one. I think we'll charge. Actually, that was very good. Null bolt on the jellyfish. Get the jellyfish out of here. Yeah, Metroid looking thing. Okay, let's see. Guard advance or shield bash? I'll definitely just shield bash the main wolf for now. Just get out of the road. There we go. And do I need to patch anyone up? I guess Singy needs patching up. Just a bit. Throat chop. That would not be too bad on that wolf there. On you go. Kapow. 11 damage, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Black rays on that wolf. I was gonna go with, but then... Oh, it just goes on everyone, I forgot about that. Well, only 2 enemies. Ow. That's quite a attack. Really, Samson's really going to get hurt quite a lot now. Backstep. I'll take their advice on that thing. You know what? I'll go with null bolt. That was actually very good. Launches into a powerful forward attack, deals good damage, and debuffed. Yeah. Missed! Really? Why? Shield bash. Okay, Black Rays. I really like Black Rays for some reason. It's a great, you know, attack. Attack. There we go, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. This cycle feels a bit weird, but I guess I'll get used to it. Yeah, not bad either. I guess there's like story up there or something. I guess I'll try the other way. Ooh, that's water, I can't go into water. Ah, it is loot! 100 gold was found. I wasn't gonna go in there. I was gonna go check the other one because I thought, you know, oh, might be loot there. Might be loot there. There was loot there. That's very useful. Yeah, I don't see anything there. You know what this, you know, this really gives me like, you know, the old RPG vibes again for some reason. Like, you know, like a Game Boy kind of one, because it feels like we're just going up an image. Like, you know, every layer just slowly goes up like, you know, this long painting or something. Something like that, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think this will be our last battle before... Oh! Well, I'm not 100% sure my magic actually works. But, unlike techniques, magic only requires the user to have mana and MP to use it. Mana won't recover it without either resting, potions, or certain other effects. Techniques, however, use TP. Okay. I accidentally, you know, went... And... You know what? Charge, yeah. Get the big wolf. Charge right in between them all. Whack it. That's actually very, you know, strong. Oh, Aurelia. I like how I can just backtrack without any problem, I think. I'll go that one. And so we null bolt the big wolf. Hopefully it gets out of the road. A bit. Okay, right. Now I can shield bash. That wolf there. Yes, that one. Get that wolf. Whack it in the face. There we go. Okay, do I need to patch up anyone? Yes, Aurelia needs some good patching up, and I do need some myself, but yeah. We'll focus on Aurelia. Black Rays. Destroy our enemies. Yes, it all went to one enemy. Backstep. Ooh, bad damage there, bad damage. We'll go with that. Punch that wolf. No bolt that wolf. Laser. That was actually very good. Then I shall go for a guard patch. There, we finally can speak. There we go. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all, and I guess I'll go with deflect. Because one of these things are about to attack. And I guess I'll go with black rays. Punch that wolf. I would rather just, you know, let it attack. Just to see how, you know, Rayleigh's attack works. Just punch the wolf. Get out of here. What? Punch the wolf. A pesky wolf, I tell you. Pesky wolf. I think I see what is it I am doing. I'm not sure how. I think it's maybe magic. But I can do something to mess with the foe's characteristics. Seems that this power also makes them stronger in some ways, as well as weakening them. So strange. So it's like a debuff and a buff. Is that a healing thing? No. Wasn't sure. Yeah, I think we might head back down the mountain just to heal, and then, yeah, that should do us. But I will save here, as that's where we shall end it for today. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Have a nice day, safe, up to Apple, maybe some more interesting. Oh, okay. Have a nice day, safe, up to Apple, maybe some more interesting, because the vitamins are very important. And bye bye, see you next time. Have a nice day, bye bye.